With Australia just a few days away, you decide that you want to start a great one grind. You have many great ones to choose from: whitetail, red deer, moose, and black bear. But what do you choose? You choose the new great one coming to TheHunter Call of the Wild, presented by Expansive Worlds. You get the great one fallow deer. Now you have 3 maps to choose from. You can go with Awaroa and hunt on there. You can go with the new map. You can go with Emerald Coast and hunt on there. Or you can go with the original map, Hirschfelden. What I recommend Awaroa. And in today's video, we're going to be exploring the Great One Fallow and where you can expect to find and hunt it on this amazing map. Let's get started. So you want to hunt the Great One fallow deer. Well, let's learn a little bit about fallow deer. Fallow deer are a class 4 species found across Awaroa, Hirschfelden, and the new Emerald Coast. The fallow deer is a native species of Western Europe, but has been also introduced to many other parts of the world by humans. Its name is derived from the deer's typical pale brown color. The buck's developed antlers that stand out as single spikes and then often grow into broad and shoveled state palmate antlers with multiple smaller points. Bucks typically weigh in the range of 60 to 100 kilograms. Antlers, non-antlered species, which is often weighed in between 30 to 50 kilograms. The deer species is a herbivore, preferred to the mix of upland and open fields for grazing. Their behavior is docile and generally vocal. Their habitat is preferred a mix of deciduous forest and open areas. They have good overall senses and particularly excellent vision. They prefer to stay in a medium to large size groups. However, they can also be found by themselves. They are most active during dawn and dusk. The required equipment is class 4 ammunition and the antler rattler. The species is Dama Dama, and the difficulty is average. They go up to 5 medium, and on this map and other maps, they have a diamond score of 249.99, a gold score of 187.81, and a silver score of 104.89. They also have some amazing fur types for rares, which I'll make sure to put on screen if I can. They have 2 different piebald fur types, an albino and a melanistic. They also have common fur types with some new common fur types. They have, as before, the dark, the spotted, and the dark spotted. However, they also have 2 brand new fur types called the white and the chocolate. Now, if you are hunting them on Awaroa, and I believe every other reserve, your drink time you're looking for is from 10 to 1300. That'll give you a 3-hour window to hunt these guys. And let's go over a quick overview of where you can find them. Now, on this map, it can be divided from a line from about here all the way down to about here. So you're looking at just this section, these 2 regions right here, Wahiti and Tamata. Now, they're only going to be on some sides of this lake. However, they might change, but I would make sure you just search this side of the map, as that is where fallow deer are, and it has not changed since the last update. Now, they are getting a pop reset when the release of Emerald Coast comes out, and let's go through a quick overview of where you can find zones. You can find zones throughout this side of the lake here. You can find them right on this lake right here. Part of this lake, you might find a zone or 2 here. You'll find them loaded on this lake here, and you will find them throughout the river system from about where this brown patch is down, as well as along the coast, including here and all the way down to about here. Now, that is your fallow guide. You will also find a lot of singular zone males, as well as zones with a lot of males and a lot of females. Now, before you can start a grind, you are going to need some essentials. The first thing you are going to need is a rifle for shooting these guys. Now, they are a class 4 species, so the rifle I would recommend, and one I will probably be using a lot, is either the 308 AR, which I will show you guys right now, and it is a class 4 4-8 rifle coming with the Modern Rifles weapon pack. It is the Zarza 10 308. It is 3.5 in weight. It's got an accuracy of 45, a reload speed of 59, recoil of 75, and hip shot of 50. It has a 5-round magazine and requires a quick punch to drop these fallow deer. Another great gun to carry along with you is the 22. Now you can either bring the 22 AR right here or the 22 Virant, which both I believe weigh the exact same. They do. Now the Virant does carry more shots with a 10-round magazine. However, the Zarza also comes with an amazing look and just a overall good. Now this gun will help you shoot smaller game species along your way. However, it is mostly used to spook the animals in the area to make them become alert so you can shoot them and get more kills. Now, if you're looking for a gun to just drop them instantly so you don't have to worry about anything, might I recommend to you the 338, which is a 5-round magazine with quite a punch to pack. Now, the grinder's choice and the one I will be using is also the 303, same weight as the Zarza 308. It has a little bit more of hip shot and recoil. Its accuracy is pretty good, and the bullet packs a more punch similar to the 300. And that is actually what our main grinding weapon is, and what I would recommend for you guys to buy is in fact the 300. Now it only has 4 rounds, however this packs a punch. On red deer, which is a class 6 species, it folds them almost instantly. Now I would make sure to buy this. Now this will get you almost 100,000 credits. This is 75,000 credits, but I'd also make sure you have a ethical gun, so might I suggest that you do, when you have Awaroa, just use the laminated version that you get through the missions, and that'll get you for free, or you could buy the burnished for 40,000. Another thing that is going to be essential is bullets. Now, speaking of just the 300 and the 303, 300 bullets are going to cost you 950 credits. They have an effective range of 150 meters, going up to 300, a penetration of 42, and an expansion of 14. Recommended for classes 7 to 9, with the 303, as we go look, being for 4 to 8, a penetration of 40, and an expansion of 12. So they are very similar, with the 303 having just 2 points more in expansion, and 300 having 2 more points in penetration. Now those are the two I'd recommend, as well as picking up some 22 bullets, which aren't expensive, with being 200 credits per 10 rounds, and with very little weight to carry. Now for a grind, you cannot start a grind without having your tents. And with the new ability to customize your tents, tents are going to be more effective for your grind. One tent is going to cost you 16,000 credits. However, I would recommend, as a minimum for a grind and the maximum you can have on a map, buying 16 tents. Now I know that sounds like a lot of money I'm talking about right now. However, I feel it is essential in order to ensure that you have a very effective grind. You can also use ground blinds, which are a little bit cheaper, layout blinds, or you can use the waterfowl blinds. However, I'd recommend also buying either 16 tree stands or 16 tripods. About those two. You can also grab the ground blinds if needed. Depends up to you, but for the pricing I'm going to give you as 16 tents and 16 tripods. Now you are getting about, for 16 tents and 16 tripods, you're looking to spend about $512,000. That is over $500,000 credits in order to get your grind effective. However, you will make this money almost instantaneously back, grinding your fallow deer, your red deer, whichever grind you are doing. These are essential to ensure that you have a very effective grind. I would also recommend buying 1,000 rounds of $300 from the beginning, which will spend you about $95,000, and 1,000 rounds of 303, which is $85,000. You can also buy 1,000 rounds of 22, which will put you about $20,000, so that does not get you much. However, the 22 is also very effective to help you alert your animals to make sure you get a broadside shot to drop the deer. Now, at the moment, my tent is all set up for red deer, and it will be taken down when the fallow deer are released. Now, I'm going to use this as an example to showcase to you how you guys can set up your grinds. Now, they will not be in their zones as we head over to them, as red deer have finished drinking, but you can be demonstrated on how I have set it up so you can hopefully help yourself with your fallow deer grind. It will not be the exact same as my setup, however you guys can make sure to watch the videos and streams as we grind for the Great One Fallow Huddle, so you can hopefully see what you guys can do to ensure your grinds are better. Now, what I would do first is to find all your zones. Before you even think about setting up for tents and tripods or shooting anything, make sure you guys find all your zones. Now, I have a zone where this level 7 is. I have a zone right here, right where my binoculars are pointing, and I have a zone right here, and I also have a zone right here. Now, where my tent and tripod is, I'm about 300 meters away from the zones together, and I am about 100 meters from this zone. Now, when I go to this tent is where I go first. This zone is not rendered, however, these three are, and within a certain distance where if I shoot this one won't spook, or this one, and I can just go in a circle and get my kills. Now, I also have this tent here. You will notice that there isn't a tripod icon right next to this tent. This is for a collection tent. This tent is to go and collect your kills to make sure you can make the grind go quicker to get a higher kill count per hour. At the moment, for my red deer, I am hunting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 zones. However, I would recommend for fallow deer hunting about 10 of your herd zones, not singular male. And for your tents and tripods, you want to make sure you are at least 204 tents. You want to make sure you are at least 250 meters. I would aim for about 270 meters away from the zone you want to hunt. And if you want to make it so that there are two zones on the same lake, make sure your tent is about 100 meters of the zone you want to not become rendered in. Now, for tripods, I'd make sure you are back at minimum 250 meters. However, you can go back more. I believe I'm taking 300 meter shots from here. The new spooking range of animals is 270 meters, so I would aim for your tent being about 300 and your tripod being about 250. Now, using my red deer grind as an example of how to herd manage, you can see that my herds are from 5 to 7 to 8 to 9. Now, for fallow deer, the first step you want to do for herd management is to go and find all your zones. You will see on screen a map of where you guys can find all your zones, and that is where I would start. You want to go throughout that highlighted area and search for your zones for drinking during the drink period of 10 to 1300. You want to go through and find all your zones. I would recommend running the area twice to ensure you have all your zones and to ensure that you do not ruin your herd management. Now, after you have found all of your zones, the next step you want to take is to go and determine which herd zones you want to use for your main grind. I would aim for approximately 10. Now, if you look at here, we have countless zones here. Now, I would set up on more or less every single zone on this lake, for example, because this lake is loaded, as you guys will see in a future clip. You guys can also go and hunt like this zone, which was loaded. You can go hunt these zones over here, which are loaded. These two are pretty much loaded as well. You want to set up on those, even like this zone and this zone were loaded as well. So you guys want to set up even like here. You want to make sure you guys set up on your herd zones. Use those as your main grinding zones. Do not use the singular male zones. Leave those for now. Find them, leave them alone, go to your herd zones, and set up your tent and tripods as I have told you guys how to previously, as I set up with the red deer. Now, after you guys have done that, you're going to begin what we call stacking. Now, stacking can be determined in two different terms. Stacking high level, max level males, or stacking low levels. We're going to be talking, for this instance, high level males. Now, the max level for fallow deer is 5 medium. The first step I would suggest taking in your grind is stacking 5 medium fallow deer in your main shooting zones. I would aim for about 10. You can go a few less, you can go a few more, but I would aim for that. Once you have about 10, I would begin going back to your zones that you previously had, your singular solo male zones. In your solo zones, you're going to find level 4s, level 3s, level 2s, level 1s, and maybe level 5s. You want to shoot out the level 5s, the level 4s, and the 82 to 100 kilogram level 3s. You want to leave in your solo male zones level 1, level 2, and the lower weight estimate level 3s in your zones. Once you have done that, you can begin undoing your stacking and grind your zones as usual. Once you guys have done that, you are on the stretch to getting your great one. You're aiming for over 1,000 kills, probably is the average. I buy premiums, which is the first person to ever physically spawn the great one fallow deer, took 2,276 kills. So that might be what you guys are aiming for. So have fun, happy grinding, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the clips. Thank you guys for joining us. My name is Clay224. I hope you find this video useful. If you have any other questions, please make sure to leave them in the comments down below, and I'd be happy to answer them. Without further ado, let the great one fallow grinds begin. Wow, making this guide right before we get into the actual build. We actually have a sick little rare over here. He's right there. We got a nice little piebald, level 3. Let's take him out with a 303. Now, if you guys are curious where we are actually at this zone right here, which, as I tried telling you guys, is a phenomenal zone. Like, look at all these fallow. There's the piebald. We got another male there. We got another male there. We got another male there. Now, before the reset, this is a phenomenal spot. And splat with the 303. Beautiful. I believe that's double lung. We might have gone heart. But let's go see what this guy scores. What a phenomenal trophy. While we're making the guide for fallow deer on my own map, that's crazy. Now, hopefully this guy should score not the biggest. He should be a silver at least, I believe, with the rack he has, so we shall see. But they are going to get a new facelift. Their horns are going to be adjusted slightly, so he's not going to fully be the same when we see him. But hello there, little guy. Nice to see you. Beautiful piebald. Let's see what he scores. And he is a silver 115.58. Left lung, liver, stomach, and we folded him. And that is a beautiful Piebald Fallow here on the beautiful Awaroa. Well, I wanted to get to this lake to show you guys just how incredible it is. I'm going to show you that right now. Just a look at the sheer number of males here. Just keep looking at them. Like, there's 4 here, there's 4 here. I'm pretty sure we keep going. We'll just keep finding more and more and more. We'll keep heading this way. But unfortunately, we have a guaranteed troll level 5 fallow deer right here. And this is the lake that it is. It is called the Inlet, I believe. But this is a phenomenal area for fallow deer, and where I would suggest setting up and making this one of your main grinding lakes. No, actually, that is the wrong gun. But we're going to shoot this guy with the 303. Unfortunately, he will not make diamond. I have shown after the update 8 diamond on this map, and it was actually right here. So a level 5 and a piebald on our own map is pretty cool to find. But yeah, this lake is phenomenal for fallow deer. And look, they just keep coming. There's a level 2 there. unbelievable. Now, yeah, and look more right here. This is the best area to hunt fallow on the whole map. Just look at the sheer number, and there's still another zone I know for sure over here. So on this lake, just look at the size of them, and I'm counting 6 zones minimum. Plus, look, there's another guy right there. There's a level 3 coming in, so they're still coming in. So yeah, Awaroa is definitely one of your maps you want to be grinding for fallow deer, and I would make this one of your main grinding lakes 100%. Just look at it. Now, it might take some time to fully determine how you are grinding, but don't go straight to Australia. And we got a max estimate duck there too, which doesn't have any chance of making diamond. However, still cool to see one. We got level 2, level 1. So yeah, but let's go see this level 5 scores. Awaroa though, best fallow map in my opinion. And a 228.08 with a heart left long shot from the 303. Yeah, so diamond is 249.99 with the new score, and this guy was 251.72, and he scored 228.08. So we knew he was gonna troll. But yeah, beautiful fallow deer during a fallow deer guide. Let's keep it going. Well, even better, I just got to here. We had a level 3 mallard right here. I'm gonna place a waypoint. We're gonna drop him with the 22. Hopefully, we'll have a diamond, a troll, and a rare on a guide. That would be insane. But yeah, we have it's just a common fur type. But I've been looking for level 3 for a while, so that's actually pretty cool to see. Another level 3. And yeah, there's another max estimate right there. Holy, this lake is loaded. I'm going to plop that guy with the 22 while I'm here. Shouldn't scare off any of the others. Piebald level 1. Another max estimate. He's got no chance of making diamond. And then we can see there's another fallow deer right there in that zone I was talking about. The one we were after is right there. A level 3 going up to 21. So he does have a chance of making max. Like, he could be max, he could be a 21. But he could also be a troll, which is what we're hoping he isn't. So let's go and get this guy. Unbelievable. Awaroa. So we have gone a piebald fallow deer, a troll level 5 fallow deer, and a level 3 mallard on the map. So we're going to start crawling here because I do not want to spook him. We're going to crawl up to about 160 is what I'm going to aim for, and then we can take this guy out with the 22. And yeah, actually, while we're just waiting here, more fallow deer have loaded in. I just saw out of the corner of my eye. And that's another nice fallow, 225. Just look at the sheer number of fallow deer on just this lake, guys. Unbelievable. Alright. Let's shoot him. And he's down. Perfect. Let's go get this max estimate first. See what he scores, and then we will go get the level 3. But yeah, I definitely recommend you go and use this lake. Make sure you do set up with the tents and tripods as you were instructed to. It'll definitely increase your chances of not deleting all your zones and maintaining your herd management. But let's see what this level 2 scores. Probably won't be a diamond. 18.66. What we expected. But look at all these fallow deer. Alright, so we are now within 40 meters of the mallard. There he is, right there. And yeah, just a common. He is a black-brown, level 3, and hopefully a diamond. Let's see what he is. And he is a max weight, max score, brown hybrid mallard. I've never gotten a max weight, max score mallard. And he's a brown hybrid. That is insane. And we got him in the sternum. That is unbelievable. 21 is max weight and 21 is max score. He went up to it and he did hit it. We got a max weight, max score diamond mallard, a troll level 5 fallow deer, and a piebald level 3 that did score silver. That is unbelievable. So for our last hunt on Awaroa, we got some pretty insane diamonds. Let's go.